Hello, good evening, and welcome to another edition of Dr. Said Says. That's me, I'm Dr. Cedric Wood, and I have some comments to make about President Trump. And just in case you're for President Trump, good. I think you're going to like this because I'm not against him. But at the same time, I am for logical, grounded, heartfelt thinking and behaving. Let's start with the war in Gaza. Praise the Lord, right? The war is over. The hostages are back. Finally. What in the world was that fiasco for 2 years? I should go into that, but I'll just say that both sides were way out of line. The Sinwar brothers orchestrated the attack on Israel. We're going to go and do what? Kill 1,200 people? Where do you think that's going to go? You really question somebody's intelligence, but certainly, even if you say, well, he was a very high IQ, well, okay, but what about EQ? What about emotional intelligence? That means you care about other people. We didn't care about them. They're such horrible people. They have to be eradicated. As soon as you start thinking that way, stop, look in the mirror, and notice how your mind is spinning off in a direction that's not healthy, and it's going to make a lot of people unhappy, and you're going to be one of them. Don't you want to be happy? Then don't spin off into being a terrorist or an attacker or an aggressor like we saw on October the 7th 2 years ago. And then President Netanyahu responded in a way that we all thought was perfectly appropriate. When somebody attacks you, you throw your armament and your soldiers at them to say, stop, don't attack us anymore. So that makes perfect sense. A week goes by where they're attacking and pushing back. That makes sense. Then there was another week of it. It's like, okay, I guess he wants to make sure that they're going to, the few places he knows where the Hamas strongholds are, he's going to try to bomb those and then really do some damage to the leaders of Hamas. And that way they'll wave the white flag and say, okay, sorry, we screwed up. If you'll send 2,000 of the prisoners back to us, we'll send the dozens at that time, over 100 hostages back to you. That should have happened 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks after October the 7th, 2023. These people are supposed to be people of high IQ. What are you thinking? Don't keep fighting. Don't keep bombing. And then Netanyahu got into the groove of bombing and bombing and bombing and bombing. I haven't heard the number, but I'm sure it's billions of dollars worth of damaged buildings. And these weren't just office buildings that the workers ran away. These were people's homes. They were people's neighborhoods. You have to be ruthless to bomb, I'm sure, 100 neighborhoods, if not hundreds. And even up until the days before the end of the agreement, the ceasefire, he was still sending bombs over. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But what I want to talk about, and so President Trump, good for you. You tried to orchestrate that. You were sick and tired of the bombing and the killing. Good for you. That makes you a wonderful president. You could have, maybe should have gotten the Nobel Peace Prize, but there was probably a reason why you didn't. And that is because the committee over in Norway saw a lot of questionable behaviors, okay? Very egocentric behaviors. I'm going to take over Greenland. What? We're going to call it the Gulf of America. It's called the Gulf of Mexico. Panama. Come on. There's a word for this kind of thinking. It's called megalomania. Okay? It's the worst child ego state of my 9 child ego states. I'll show you the board where I show that there's 3, but I've split them into 9 now. And the most radical, selfish, egocentric is the megalomaniacal child. President Trump, come on. We're rooting for you, man. You're doing so much good stuff. You deserve an award. Okay, how do you have time to start thinking about how you're going to have Kristi Noem go and make a video blaming the Democrats for the government shutdown and then put them up and have them played in airports around the country? Come on, you're smarter than that. Yes, high IQ, but for some reason your brain is not quite thinking it through. I guess when you have this emotional part of your brain that says, me, mine, I, me, I want, I deserve, I desire, therefore I demand that I... Every parent with a child knows very much about that attitude. What is going on? Call me. I'll have a one-on-one therapy session with you, please. I don't want America to be split apart. Back to these videos that were supposed to be played at airports. I mean, that just smacks of Brave New World, where the video and the audio was, you are a member of our great society. You will follow the instructions, and then you will be so happy as you follow what you are told to do and as you follow orders. Okay, we've seen this before, President Trump. I'm not even going to shame you by naming the regimes that did that kind of thing. And here you are putting up videos, or you tried to. No wonder the airports are saying no. Something about the Hatch Act. I'll have to look that up. But they shouldn't have to be relying on that. They should just be saying, President Trump, we're not going to start playing political videos in a public place. If you want to do a political video, pay the money and put it on your TV channel. Many TV channels. That's fine. We're used to seeing that. We see it all the time. But in a public place, and especially where people can't just change the channel. They're sitting there waiting to get their ticket, and they look up, and here's this video. The Democrats are so mean. They're making the shutdown continue. That is so propaganda. We don't have propaganda here in America, President Trump. You know that. Come on. And once again, I keep saying this, think about your future. I tell my clients, be selfish. Think about yourself. Don't you want a healthy and happy future? A healthy America? A healthy place in history where the historians say President Trump was a great president? Don't you want that? Then behave, okay? Take it from me, Dr. Cedric Wood. If you're confused by this, then give me a call. I've got a phone right here, 214-394-4040. Call me. We'll have a little chat, and we'll talk about how to make the next 3 years of your presidency go well, or at least go as well as possible. This idea of sending troops into cities. At first it's like, what a great idea. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about people being murdered in Washington, D.C. and Chicago and other places. It's horrifying. I thought, good for you, President Trump. You're horrified too. Let's send some of those National Guard in there to, do what? Walk around in the neighborhoods where there's gangs, that are fighting and shooting and murdering? Is that where they're walking around? So we've all Americans are waiting to see this play out. And so far it's went well in Washington, D.C., I think, but it's not going too well in Chicago. And now there's going to be some big rally against ICE. Oh my gosh, come on. Somebody in the government call me. I can help you figure out how to do this. Number one, if you're going to send troops in, send them into the dangerous areas, not to some main street in downtown Chicago. They don't need that there. Okay, you're just trying to do this stormtrooper thing, the brown shirts. I'm in control and I have the power, and if you misbehave, I'm going to take you out. We've seen that before. Oh, about 80 years ago. And it didn't work out very well, President Trump. Now, come on, you can do this. We have your back, but you've got to do it right. And I'll wrap it up with this. These videos that you're wanting to play in airports, who on your staff has the backbone to say, sir, no, that's not going to work. We can't do that. I guess they won't say it because as soon as they try to, they know what will happen. They get cut or cut down or thrown away. And so if that's true, then this is taking a step or two toward dictatorship, this sense of control and power and domination. Go to my website. I talk about PCD. I've got a whole paper on that, power, control, and domination. And who does power, control, and domination? I'll tell you who does it. Here we go. Here's my 3 ego states. These are my 3 parent ego states. In transactional analysis, there are 3 ego states, and one is the child. And there's PAC and marriage, chapter 8. Okay. I'm okay, you're okay. Dr. Thomas Harris, psychiatrist. But I split the parent into 3. The nurturing parent, which is wonderful. What's better than a nurturing parent? The problem is it's still parent. It's me still trying to influence you or control you or steer you in the right direction. And if somebody's in their adult, even though they're 16, and they say, oh, Mom, Dad, that's a great idea. Okay, I'll try to do that. Then everything's fine. But if you ever get pushback from your nurturing parent, then be aware of why, because it's still parent. And a lot of times people don't want to be pushed this way, that way, or bossed around. They don't like that. So be ready for them to push back and say, okay, I was just trying to help. Sorry. Number 2 is the critical parent. That's in the literature that I just showed you. Both of those are. And that's when they get tough. You got to do it this way. You made a B. You're not going out this whole weekend. You're going to study because you have to make straight A's. You know, that kind of overbearing, rough, gruff, and demanding. That's not a nice way to be to anyone, and certainly not to your children. That's not good parenting. And I don't know how many of the school shooters and track stabbers like we had here in Frisco, Texas, or the hiking trail stabbers like they had in Arkansas, or the political figure shooters, and now we have the fire setters. Many people lost their lives, billions of dollars worth of damage because one guy was angry. He couldn't find a girlfriend out in California, and he was angry at President Trump. And so he goes and starts a fire. That's in his head because of the rap song and the video he created, A City on Fire. Yeah. Well, that's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you did, young man. And you got caught. And you'll probably be in prison for the rest of your life. Because you went into your critical parent, angry critical parent. And the one up here, back to what I was saying a while ago, the egopathic parent is the part of the brain, the mind, the person who is all about power, control, and domination. I will control this company. I'll control this city. I'll control this school district. I'll control this country. Yes. Where is KC7? Be kind, calm, caring, considerate, curious, congenial, compassionate, cooperative, and collaborative. Why not espouse those characteristics? That will help your relationships go much better, and your kids will love you if you're that way, and history will remember you as a wonderful person. Wouldn't that be nice to have? Okay, do those things. Don't go up into your egopathic parent and start figuring out ways you can control the country, President Trump. So here's my sincerest hope. I hope that the airports will continue not to show it. They're refusing to show it. And I'm explaining to you why they're doing that, President Trump. And you need to just pull that video out and not try to exert such power, control, and domination over our country. Let's have the next 3 years of your presidency go smoothly, go well. Let's get the government back open again and have people think highly of you. Even Democrats saying, good job. They were saying that about ending the war. President Trump did a good job. Didn't that feel good? We'll do more things that garner that kind of praise. Thank you for listening. I am Dr. Cedric Wood. I'm here for you. Text me or call me. I'll answer your questions. Goodbye for now.